that trees carry the benefit of being fire resistant. And I want to explain what I mean by that. It really, probably the more accurate way to say it is that trees create fire resistant zones. Okay? So here's the thing. Yeah, a tree is going to burn. Any tree that is exposed to a fire line is going to burn. But the question is, relative to what? The speed at which grasslands burn? No competition whatsoever. And this was the story I was going to tell you. So a couple of years ago, we had the Easy Fire. Not a huge fire. Okay, they got it under control pretty quickly, thank God. But the Easy Fire was memorable for me because it was, a few miles from our house, right? A hop, skip, and a jump away from our house, just over the hill on the edge of Simi Valley, near the Reagan Library, the Reagan Presidential Library. Anywho, so here we are watching the Easy Fire burn, and it is just chugging through open grassland and hillsides, jumping from one hill to the next to the next. So we're like, okay, this thing's moving fast. So as it approached the Reagan, of course, the huge concern was for the Reagan Library, and so it kind of became a beachhead, as it were, of the fight. But as it approached the Reagan, amazingly enough, it slowed way down. Now, why is that? The hillsides surrounding the Reagan Library are planted with avocado trees, the little orchards out there. Now, those trees burnt, but just the first line or so of those avocado trees burnt. So what was a fast-moving fire being whipped up by the wind, hit a line of trees, and pretty much just stopped cold. In fact, as I was noticing the fire department dropping, the red powder, that red chemical that becomes that coats an entire area and makes it temporarily fireproof. They're putting those on the outskirts in the attempt of containing this fire. They dropped some across the freeway, off the 23 freeway. It was on the freeway for weeks. But you can see, because it's bright red, where it's all getting dropped. So as the fire department is working to contain this fire, guess where they didn't need to drop that chemical? Across that line of avocado trees. Because they were holding it in place just fine. All right. That's the point, okay? A tree in between your house and the fire, if the fire gets to it, yeah, it's going to burn, but it's going to slow things way, way down. The right trees. And as I mentioned, resinous trees like eucalyptus, who are actually invasive and not supposed to be here, and eucalyptus trees, conifer trees, a lot of resins that burn, and palm trees just go up like Roman candles. But the vast majority of trees in Southern California create fire-resistant zone. Also, okay, less crime. More trees, less crime. What are you saying? Here's what I'm saying. Recent studies in 3 American cities, Baltimore, Portland, Oregon, and Philadelphia, has suggested that trees play a significant role in lower crime rates. Now, I'm not saying that trees prevent crime, like all of a sudden one comes to life and grabs the mugger and shakes him upside down and throws him away. No, I'm not saying that. What we are saying, there is a clear association between the planting of trees and a reduction of crime. As little as a 10% increase in tree canopy in a neighborhood has been associated with an 8 to 10% decrease in the crime rate. Are you kidding? Yeah. Trees say something about a neighborhood. A few years back, back in the 80s, a few years back, a lifetime ago, there was a social psychologist or sociologist who came up with, in New York, what's called the broken window theory. The broken window theory was, hey, we could probably reduce crime by just patching up broken windows in underserved neighborhoods and spray painting over graffiti, just making things look a little nicer. And guess what? It worked. Kind of caught things at the root. Neglect begets neglect, okay? Lack of care begets lack of care. And it's a cultural idiom, right? the value of a neighborhood, I don't know if you've ever really considered this, but is directly related to the number of mature trees in that neighborhood. That's why we all say, here's the idiom, where you're like, oh, it was on a beautiful tree-lined street. You'll find this home on a beautiful tree-lined street. Oh, I love this neighborhood. It's just filled with tree-lined streets. You hear what you're saying? That's why. Now, you go across Southern California, look at various neighborhoods, and you will immediately be able to gauge property values versus tree canopy population. Boom. It's just the way it goes. You want to increase your own property value? 110% ROI immediately on a tree. Whatever you spend for it. Whatever you spend. You spend $50, you're going to spend $100, you're going to spend $1,000, you're going to spend $10,000. Whatever you spend on that tree, you plant it in the ground, and now it is worth 110%. You have a 10% return right there. Its effect on your property, a feature tree added to an already decently done landscape can affect your property value by 10%. The whole property. So we're talking about the right feature tree or two planted. Let's say you spent crazy 10 grand on a couple of full-size mature trees. Put them in a front yard that's already ready to receive them in terms of like looking good. Live in a $500,000 house, $550. There it is. Plant the trees. Spent 10 on the trees, 40 return in value. Talk to your realtor. These things are true that I speak of. They really are. All right. When we come back, let's talk about the architectural value of the tree. Okay? I've been touting everything else. Let's get down to the art and the architecture of trees. I'm so glad you joined me this morning. So much more to come. You're home with Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. Andrew Caravello has the news.
LA City Council President Nury Martinez's home in Sun Valley has been vandalized. Two people were caught on video around 2 a.m. yesterday morning spray painting her driveway and pouring a substance on her car. The new Carnival cruise ship will feature the first ever roller coaster at sea. The Bolt is an electric open-air coaster, and it lets riders control their speed up to 40 miles per hour. And at least 100 people have been killed in an attack in Niger. The government says the gunman killed people in the north area of the country on a village. A look at a crash on the 10 freeway next.
All right, I'm going to help you spell a very important word, Duffy. D-U-T-H-I-E. Yeah, Duffy as in Duffy Power, Southern California's emergency generator experts. All right, here we go. One more time. D-U-T-H-I-E. Great. Now guess what? Learning to spell Duffy, literally the hardest part of getting emergency backup power for your home. Power outages are the new normal. The solution is simple. You call my friends at Duffy Power. It never has to happen to your home again. From the largest commercial systems to your emergency power needs in your home, Duffy is Southern California's emergency generator experts. 0% financing. Payments as low as $72 a month. Emergency power is so affordable. Call Duffy today. Dial pound 250 and say Duffy Power, pound 250, Duffy Power, or find them on the web at duffypower.com. That's D-U-T-H-I-E power.com.
Let's take a look at that crash on the 10 freeway.
In Santa Monica, westbound side of the 10, just before Bundy, it's crash taking away two right lanes. There are reports of another car possibly in the carpool lane as well. Watch for a really heavy drive as you approach the 405 interchange. Downey on the northbound side of the 5 before the 605. This crash still in your way. All lanes blocked here. You're getting by in the center divider. Backup starting around Norwalk Boulevard. And in Fontana, northbound side of the 15, Sierra Avenue to Glen Helen Parkway. It's a rotating closure in place all weekend long for Caltrans work. You're there back up there to about Summit Avenue. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robert Dubucky.
This report is sponsored by Churches.
Pull into Churches today and experience a true original. Bourbon Black Pepper Smokehouse Chicken is back. Peppered and kissed with our bourbon glaze. Only at Churches. Only $5. Churches, bringing that down-home flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
This report is sponsored by Churches.
Last year, there was a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. A criminal could be spending your money, applying for loans in your name, damaging your credit, Even selling your personal information on the dark web, the hidden part of the internet where the bad guys buy and sell hidden information, your information. And you can miss certain threats to your identity by just checking bank accounts and monitoring your credit. That's not enough. LifeLock Identity Theft Protection sees the threats you could miss if you're only monitoring your credit and alerts you if they find something that could be suspicious. Plus, if you become a victim of identity theft, they will work to fix that problem from start to finish. Now, no one can prevent all ID theft or monitor every transaction, every business, but LifeLock, that's protection. Save up to 25% off your first year. Call 800-LifeLock, promo code handle, 800-LifeLock, promo code handle, or visit lifelock.com, promo code handle, lifelock.com. Save up to 25% off your first year, promo code handle.
Hey, here's a question. Are you still buying bottled water? Really? Really? Come on, the cost, the plastic, the hassle of buying bottled water from a store in the 21st century. Please, think about this. A Light Source whole house water system will bring you delicious, filtered water coming out of every faucet in your home. There are no trips to the store, or plastic, or filters to change, or maintenance of any kind. Light Source reduces the odor and the taste of chlorine, which means your taste buds will love you. So will your skin and your hair, and so will your pocketbook, because it all costs less than buying bottled water regularly from the store. You work direct from the factory. It has served Southern California for over 36 years. Everything is U.S. made. There is installation and support for the life of the system. And if you're looking to join a growing team right now, LifeSource is hiring team members in your area. So call LifeSource Water today for the water or the job or both. 800-334-5009. 800-334-5009. Or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water. Taste and feel the difference.
You don't want to mess with the IRS. They have the power to garnish your paycheck, levy your bank account, and even take your home or business. That's all true. But thankfully, they're offering a way out, the Fresh Start Initiative. If you qualify, you could save thousands. The experts at Optima Tax Relief will fight to get you the best deal possible. And they have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau to prove it. Call Optima for your free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I've let myself go a little bit. How much for a wax? Well, from about the earlobes down. Hello? Hello? And now, the top 5 reasons to visit Morocco. Number 5.
Modern Dad 2.0 giveaway. Get an HDTV wireless headphone kit when you earn 500 points on your rewards card, June 7th or 8th.
Number 4.
The Lazy River, Cabanas, and Sunset Bar are calling you. Get a day pass to the Oasis Pool today.
3.
Real Winners Giveaway. You can win up to $100 cash playing slots with your rewards card, Wednesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Number 2.
Celebrate Dad at Cielo. Reservations for Father's Day are going fast. Don't miss out.
And the number 1 reason.
Watching your team is more fun while getting your game on, too. Morocco's got big screens everywhere you eat, stay, and play.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Morongo. Good times.
Summer's here, things are opening back up, and you still have that ugly old garage door. Hi, Dwight here from Mesa. No more excuses. It's time to totally transform the look of your home with a new garage door from Mesa. Normally, a new Mesa garage door is $949, but today I'm slashing the price to $699. You save $250. Plus, I'm throwing in the installation free, bottom seal free, and I'll even pay your sales tax. Be one of the next 11 callers, and I'll even throw in our exclusive Quiet Light system, dramatically reducing the noise of your garage door. Normally $199, now absolutely free. Whether you need a new garage door or just need your old one fixed, you can trust the Mesa Advantage for all your garage door needs. The best garage doors from the best professionals at the absolute best price. To take advantage of this special summer deal, grab your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say Mesa Garage Doors. On your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say Mesa Garage Doors.
Hey, it's John and Ken here. Yes, the free iHeart app is radio, but it's also so much more. Because with the iHeart app, you can take your favorite stations, like Kfi Am 640, anywhere you want, anytime you want. It's a radio that lets you build your own personalized stations with your favorite artists.
It's a radio where you can listen to hundreds of thousands of podcasts, including the Johnny Ken Show. And it's a radio with thousands of playlists, perfect for any mood. Connecting you to the entire universe of audio with one touch. Download the free iHeart app today. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one app.
Hi, everyone. My name is Neil Saavedra. I host a show about food and yummy things every Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m. And boy, would I love for you to listen. Thank you for your time.
The Fork Report with Neil Saavedra this afternoon at 2 on KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer, at your service. So glad you joined this morning. Would love to talk to you about what's going on with your home in just a few minutes. We're going to go to the phones. The number to reach me at 833-2-ASK-DEAN. 833, the number 2, Ask Dean. All right, more on trees. I had said that trees raise the value of a neighborhood. So very true. SH-AWD, a famous poet in the 20th century, he famously said this: a culture is no better than its woods. That is so true, but I'll put it this way in terms of Southern California life. Here's my quote: a neighborhood is no better than its trees, period. There you go. A neighborhood is no better than its trees. And here's a pearl for you, a Chinese proverb. Honest, I don't know exactly, just Chinese proverb. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Oh, I love that. Best time to plant a tree 20 years ago. Why? Because you'd be sitting under its canopy today if you had done that. So, while you're still feeling the regret from that mistake, go out and get a tree today. It has it all summed up. It has everything that is good about a Chinese proverb. Wisdom, amazement, and just a little bit of guilt. All mixed in. All right. The architectural value of a tree. Here's the part where it gets a little bit ephemeral for some people, but I just want you to understand that. When we design exterior spaces, we do so with the same intent that we have in an interior space. In other words, it's not just an open space that you're going to randomly put plants down. We've talked about this some last week as well. But it is a place, your yard, capable of having destination, of having quote-unquote rooms, hallways, walls, ceilings. The difference is that most of these things that we're creating outside of your house, we're not creating with wood studs and drywall and things like that. We're using different materials, but we're creating the same kinds of environments. So a tree can serve so many purposes. The trunks are posts. You put two trees just a few feet from each other and you have a doorway. You see what I'm saying? They are powerful lines of extension as far as the idea of their focal points, and they draw you to a certain point of view in a yard, and as a result, they anchor different views. They become the anchor and the cornerstone for so many other beautiful landscaping effects that you're trying to create. The canopy is a ceiling. It's a ceiling full of color and